All right, Mike Draco in the house with you. First across the line from Cleveland, Cincinnati, not Cleveland. Josh Boggs, what's up, Chris? You'll have to swing by and check out the CNC. So it's up and running. We just had a conversation about this, Josh. We were wondering what was up. Just got back in town. I need to get a hold of you tomorrow. What's up, everybody? This is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. Getting ready for your regular installment of 90 to 120 minutes of all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit here on Shop Talk, going live in just a few short minutes. Look at that. I'm going to get fired. I forgot to start the clock tonight. You know, you take a couple weeks off, the whole house burns down. Lance Baxter in from Leesburg, Florida, a little soggy, but all is well. Hey, Lance, good to hear that, man. We've been checking in on everybody in and around the Daytona area, all our family down there. You guys just suffered another hellacious storm. Glad to hear everybody's doing okay. Right on. So Josh Boggs, Steel City Blacksmith, looking for big things out of this kid next year. He just got his first big boy machine. Going to be pretty badass to see what he pumps out. Jeff McKinney in the house with us. Hey, wherever you're watching from, throw your name and your city up on the message board. We'd like to give you a little shout out. In case you're wondering what this is, Shop Talk goes live every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of news. Once in a while we get Mark to tell a joke or two. He'll do a song and dance for a tip. Right now he's not doing anything but giving me dirty looks. Stick around, we're going live with Shop Talk in just 2 minutes. Oh, there's a couple more. Drew, there should be a test how many times I can say Drew's last name wrong. That's terrible. What's up, y'all? Jeff McKinney, PA dude. Mike Draco, welcome back. Yeah, we had a couple weeks off, man. Lone Star Rally for some of us. Some of us went to the High Seas Rally. Some of us just stayed home and did shit. You're on. Multi-Moose 29, hey, from Chase 22. I know that guy. So yeah, man, it's going to take us a minute to get our feet back underneath us here between being on the ship or not doing anything. We got a long, long road tonight, but we know you'll be with us trying to figure it out. It's like riding a bike, right?
I can't ride a bike.
After these many years, you better be able to ride a bike. All right, man. So I forgot to turn the clock on. We have our guest in tonight. Gonna find out what's going on with the David Mann Chopper Fest this year. Back. Everything's coming back, but man, this is gonna be a big one. Perfect way to round out the perfect year in motorcycling. And I think it's just about time. Anthony Robinson in the house with a hot cup of coffee. I think we're gonna launch this one. We'll say go. Say when.
When?
Say when.
Wait.
All right, man, here we go. Shop Talk, going live. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys from all across the land. It's just after 9 p.m. Actually, it's 9:01. This is the closest we've ever been. 9:01 here on the East Coast. We're getting ready to go live with Shop Talk. I'm your host, Chris Cowan with Cycle Source Magazine, coming to you through the courtesy of the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Lots to talk about. It's been weeks since we've been together, and we've been everywhere in the damn planet. Let's see if we can catch Heather looking at her phone.
Are you going to turn my mic on?
It's on.
It wasn't earlier.
Well,
Did you try making snide comments? It wasn't snide. I was trying to help him say Scotchless. Drew
Scotchless. Damn it. See, I should have had your mic on.
See, I was trying to help. Actually, I was looking up the name of a company who did something very kind. Oh. And I wanted to make sure I said it right.
Well, go ahead.
No, I'm still trying to find it.
Mrs. Monkey's in the house with us tonight. What did you see their new dog?
Yes.
We have a dog.
Mrs. Monkey, did you see that professional monkey? And you are up for media release of the year.
That's right.
Just saying.
So in case you're wondering what Heather was talking about, we have that in the news tonight, but I'm going to bring it up a little bit early just to talk about Cycle Source magazine every year, and this is part of what we do. We actually do a magazine here.
Stop it already.
We do. In spite of you telling me to stop doing it all the time.
I was wondering if you were still doing that magazine.
Hey, professional monkey just called you a jerk. Just saying.
Me or him?
Well, I'll take it.
We were stunned. So every year, anyway, we do a year in review issue where we take one issue, take a look back at the year that was, and boy, that was interesting through COVID. But now on the other side of COVID, we can get back to regular business. We take a look at the whole year, what happened, and we try to give out some credit for, the people that did outstanding or extraordinary things throughout the year. Best man of the year, woman of the year, bike of the year, products, the whole way down through the list. And we wrap the whole thing up into a category we call the best ofs. This is up to you, though. We ask everyone in the industry to help us put the nominations together for who is eligible for these awards, but it comes down to you guys to vote. So throughout the remainder of this next week, you can go on and cast your vote for a vote that's actually going to mean something, for a vote that's not going to make you argue with your neighbors, and vote for the Cycle Source magazine Best of Motorcycling for 2022. How was that?
Did it have
Pretty
category of who's done the least in the year?
No, you get that every year.
I was going to say that would just be. Actually, one
thing get a trophy with nothing on it.
Oh, can I drop another bit of news?
Okay, go ahead.
Because it is related to, if I can get my headphones right, to year in review. So, for Smokeout 23, the Legends Gallery is going to be the top 20 motorcycles from 2022. Well, let me rephrase that. We are going to invite the top 20 motorcycles from 2022. So get out there and cast your vote so you can see all those bikes.
Yeah, in addition to all of the categories that we said, best man, best woman, we ask for all the bikes that we featured throughout the year, what were your favorite motorcycles? And we actually picked 10 to republish in the magazine. And the top one, of course, gets the honor of being the best motorcycle of the year. But this was actually Randy Nolge's idea from Cycle Showcase.
He's smart.
Because we want to keep.
He's so smart.
He's so smart.
This year we did the deal where it was Legends and Legacies, where we had Smokeout legends over the 20 years of Smokeout history, and we had them invite their legacy builders in, and it was awesome. But
yeah, it was epic.
If you did that every year, it would burn out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna save that for like every third year. Yeah. So in between, we were wondering, like, okay, well, what can we do? Because we still want to have invited builders in that beautiful building.
And couldn't have been a better thing to do for that first time back. So,
oh my God, it was so cool.
That entrance and the pictures and
it was like old Smokeout,
stuff
baby.
that you guys put together was awesome.
Mark, don't say too many nice things. He'll think he's dying.
Don't say. Yes. Don't say you guys.
Well,
See how he had that degree of separation. He was like,
no, I meant like the billboard, the pictures, and the collage, and all that stuff. I mean, I'm still trying to get over all the aggravation of putting it all together, but like it was just cool walking in. It was an old feel, but it wasn't overdone. You know what I mean?
Right on. It was. I'll tell you.
I'm looking forward to next year. When was the last time you heard me say I'm looking forward to an event?
Except for dinner.
Well, I meant a bike event. So.
Don't forget the belt buckles. Is he talking about real belt buckles or?
Radar got a buckle for being one of the Thankful artists.
Yes, he did.
Oh.
All right, man. So listen, welcome to Shop Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're doing things a little bit different here, and I wanted to address this right off the top of the show. If you've been used to getting notifications when our stream goes live through the 15 different channels that we normally broadcast through, social media being the
demon that it is,
evil devil that it is constantly changing their algorithm practices. So instead of us rebroadcasting to 15 channels, we're now going to broadcast from one location and share them to those channels. So you should still be able to receive, you know, this program and everything the normal way, but it wouldn't hurt you to go over to either CycleSource YouTube or Facebook.
Did you say YouTube?
Make sure you subscribe to either, or like, follow those pages, and share it along with your friends so everybody knows when we go live. Having said that,
That's if you have friends, of course.
yeah, I'd ask you to share it.
That's it. I don't have any friends.
But having said that, we're getting started here on what will be the end of the year. Wrapping up 22. I can't even believe it. We're heading into the holidays.
I feel like I missed most of it. I mean, we did a lot, but it was all just like.
Did you miss the gas prices? How more people are not riding motorcycles right now? I have no idea.
Yeah, welcome. How's it feel to be a 7.3 Mafia guy with that?
Yeah,
it's real
$6.29 a gallon.
Dude, what? A week ago, Ohio and PA turnpikes didn't even have fuel on them. No diesel.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know. I just came from Texas. It was $4.49.
Funny
It was
how
amazing.
That's where they make oil.
Yeah.
So
Funny how
It's
that works.
almost $2 more here, though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Pennsylvania, it's a commonly wealthy.
Virginia, yeah.
And yet we still stay.
In any event, we're here to talk about motorcycles. Screw all the election stuff and all the politics that go along with it. What is Shop Talk? 90 to 120 minutes of all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit.
Mostly bullshit.
Mostly bullshit, but we put in some good stuff, man.
We
It's
make
kinda
an
like,
effort.
It's kind of like a digital magazine. We have feature bikes and tech, and you know everything. Small talk. We start the whole thing off with what?
Done news.
Done news.
The Shop Talk World Report is brought to you by Law Tigers. Get the compensation you deserve and get back on the road with Law Tigers.
You guys are literally killing me. First up in the news tonight, and this comes in from Adventure Rider, Ride the World. Harley-Davidson recalls nearly 200,000 touring and trike models, including touring, CVO touring, trike, and CVO trike models. Once again, software is causing a motorcycle recall. This time, Harley-Davidson has issued a massive recall of certain 2020 to 2022 Harley-Davidson trike, CVO trike touring, and CVO touring motorcycles. The cited software problem may cause the motorcycle's brake light to activate without rider applying the brakes. The good news about that is it will go along to your infotainment system. So if you happen to be playing disco, you're still in the game.
Yeah. Brakes are so overrated.
No. That last part, I was totally bullshitting about that.
No,
But it would be funny, right? Night Fever? No. Okay, moving on to another motorcycle
That
manufacturer.
was not one of the jokes we tell, just to let you know.
Motorcycle Power Sports News reports that Royal Enfield introduces all-new Super Meteor 650 at EICMA. Royal Enfield, the global leader in the midsize 250 to 750cc motorcycling segment, today unveiled a new Super Meteor 650, injecting a new level of character, style, and accessibility into the midsize cruiser market.
Jeez, what's the
Opposite of
Johnny
good?
Cash song that he sings where you get
One
steals all
piece
the
at a
One piece at a time.
That's what this bike's reminding me of. Oh my God, you backfired there.
Oh, my God.
Can I get an amen?
Yeah, listen,
No.
in spite of all of the good things, because for like, 2-3 years now, we've been talking about how Royal Enfield really turned things around. Like their Continental series, man, like
Came in hot.
yeah, absolutely killer bikes. Like it just seems like they're really looking for an identity in this model. I don't get it.
The problem is the identity was 1993. that's
Retro is in.
That's where the issue comes in.
Retro's in, but you got to pick an era.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a little bit of this, a little bit. Mark, you hit the nail on the head,
Yeah,
one
that's
piece at a time.
Yeah, whenever we were looking at it earlier, I started thinking about the Johnny Cash song.
Dude, when you said that, I almost did a spit take. It was priceless. So this comes in from Kevin, Black Hills Fox affiliate. Sturgis Group.
Minion, Kevin?
No, buddy. Sturgis Group. Wow, this show is going to shit quick.
Right back at it. That's all I can tell you.
Pull it together.
Sturgis Groups benefit from donations at last year's Summer's Rally. Rapid City, South Dakota reports Sturgis area groups will get more than $188,000 Proceeds from the events at this year's Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. 19 groups benefited from the rally's events, including Volunteer Fire Department, Sturgis Ambulance, Animal Shelter, Sturgis Brown High School. Sturgis pulled in $51,000 from sale of souvenir, open container cups, as well as $51,000 to be able to walk down the street with a beer.
What?
God, they're straight gangsters. That's so badass. The Wild West is alive and well. Get it, baby. Get it. $47,000 in sponsorship donations, and another $25,000 from a bike build. Adding to that was an enormous match donation of $100,000 to the endowment fund. When you add the 82nd rally-related donations, such as the $503,000 the Hamsters Motorcycle Club donated to Lifescapes Children's Hospital, more than $1 million was raised for charity. Now, the reason why this is an important story to tell you, like, back and forth, we talk about the importance of Sturgis for the motorcycle industry, for the motorcycle community, you know, what it really means, what this rally means for that town.
Oh my goodness.
Is survival, man. Yeah, it really is.
And when you go to that town, a town of 6,000 non-rally, the community services that they are able to offer are astounding when you take into consideration, again, the size of the community. I think it's fantastic. And the outreach goes a little bit further.
And how great is it that
what smart ass thing do you have to say? I can see him over there with a shitty grin.
I'm just thinking about Doc Holliday spinning his cup going, and look at how creative they are at collecting their money. I hate them even more.
It's awesome what the motorcycling industry and the people that the enthusiasts do for that city. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Oh, Professional Monkey, yes. They're not staying at the Chip.
Wow.
Well, hopefully you're staying where we stay, and you will love it.
Yeah, buddy. We got our own private little oasis going on there.
Yep, that's awesome.
All right, man. So this is us rolling on the show. News kind of light this week, but you know we're back up to full speed here in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Real quick, we're gonna jump off subject here and head over and check out a cool little shop hop that we did on the way back from Texas. When we come back on the other side, we're gonna have Tory on and talk about this year's David Mann Chopper Fest. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Shop Talk. Hey, this is Chris with Grease and Gears TV. We're in Little Rock, Arkansas today, and we're shop hopping. All right. Rodney, how are you, man?
I served in the Army, 68 to 70. I trained as a machinist in the military. Got my first job in a motorcycle shop when I was 15 at a Honda shop. I was going to school on the GI Bill, paid $149 a month trying to go to college. So I lasted about a year, and then I went to night school for about a year. And the whole time I'm going, you're gonna have to do something to make some money. My dad had an old house. He rented me the old house, and I had to go in and just surface mount all my wiring and stuff and get up under it every once in a while and jack it up, you know, because the motorcycles had fall through the floor. So the kitchen was the service department, the living room was the parts department, one bedroom, and then I had a bedroom I used for my paint. I had to do something to make a living, so I just, you know, I kept going with that, and then I just started working on motorcycles, and it just kind of morphed from there. I tore the old house down, moved to the building across the street, built this building. Then I added a building over here and a building out there, one piece at a time. And so we just kind of grew from there. Had nothing. I had $60 when I went in business. I was farming out my machine work, and I couldn't get accurate machine work, so then it morphed into the machine shop. So that started, and then you couldn't get a bike off a lift unless you had parts. Nobody had parts, so it morphed into the parts department. It's been a great ride. I mean, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I love the motorcycles to this day. I've done a lot of fab work. Can't even fathom giving that up, you know, although, you know, none of us are going to make it out alive, so I don't know how many more motorcycles I can build before then, but we're going to give it a shot. you know, the market for custom motorcycles. You know more about that than I do anymore. But it seems like you spend, you know, if you're paying yourself $3.50 an hour, you're probably still not going to make any money when you sell that motorcycle. So you really have to have a passion for it. I built that.
We're the Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. We understand the challenges riders face every day. As riders, we want to share the road and be seen by motorists. Remaining visible is critical to our safety and well-being. That's why we work tirelessly to promote motorcycle safety and awareness. We're proud to support our community that includes riders of all stripes. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Proven performance is not some sort of empty slogan or marketing catchphrase, but a way of thinking, a mantra, and something we've practiced every day of the week for the last 6 decades. Designed, manufactured, and tested in the heartland of America. On and off the track, S&S Cycle is the first choice in power sports performance.
Hey, this is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine, and today I want to talk to you guys about tires. So I'm in the Dennis Kirk warehouse where they pretty much have a tire for anything on 2 wheels. You know, that's one of the tricky things today in your local shop. Sometimes it's hard to get a tire. Well, they ship today from here, so pretty much any of these you can have tomorrow. Everything for your dirt bike, your ATV, your UTV, you can get these out today. And in addition to features like the tire finder on their website, if you buy the wheel at the same time you buy the tire, you get free mounting and balancing. Check them out today at denniskirk.com.
All right, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk studio. Special thanks to all our sponsors being patient with us while we get over the break here from a crazy, crazy time. Hey, so if you're interested in Rodney's Cycle House, Rodney and Donna were both beautiful, beautiful people for us to talk to and hang out with, and we have a full-length video on that visit coming up on our YouTube channel. That was a short based on it. And man, like what a good day, right, Heather?
They are us in 20 years. Seriously.
Oh man.
Well, 20 years ago too, because if I remember correctly, the bikes were falling through the floor in the dining room in this exact house. So
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they were.
Mark, they were so they are our older doppelgangers,
Oh, yeah.
without a
Yep.
doubt.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I mean,
They were so funny.
It was awesome.
She was a hot shit, and every time he tried to say something cool, she cut him right in half with it, and like made me realize that Heather and I are fastly becoming the Punch and Judy of motorcycles,
Oh, boy.
and I'm kind of okay with that.
You don't have a choice.
Right?
Yeah, you're stuck with me.
So, our guest tonight
That was
is
creepy, just to let you know.
our guest tonight is Tory, who is the chief operator over at David Mann Chopper Fest, one of our favorite West Coast events to go to. The combination of Chopper Fest and the Moon Eyes Christmas Party, like always a blast. And for a couple years now, as everything has been challenged by COVID and all the restrictions and everything, we've been without this event. This year, it's coming back with a vengeance, and we're lucky enough to have him on the show. So let's get Tory on and talk about this year's David Mann Chopper Fest.
Just Hanging Out in the Shop is brought to you by Spectro Oils. Made in the USA since 1966, the best oil on planet Earth.
It's back.
Yes.
How's
Finally.
it going, man?
Good. Thanks for having me on, you guys.
Oh,
And
no.
congratulations on 217 episodes of Shop Talk. I mean, what you guys are doing for the community is incredible.
You know what, man? I wish I could just, humbly say, it's our pleasure to do it for the community, but we're not really doing it for the community. You see how we are with each other here. We might as well just turn a camera on and give someone else a laugh at this bullshit we pull on each other.
Yeah.
I love the banter, man. I'm digging it. You guys are a crack up, and you guys are, sharing the news, and also it's like infotainment.
Right.
I love it.
A little bit of levity. I mean, I think that's part of what we were saying about the the climate with the politics and everything that's going on. Like, there's too much shit in the world right now to take
You
so
have to
seriously.
laugh, man. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly to ourselves, but
Yeah. Yeah, especially when your event's been off for 3 years, and we're just so glad to be back, and it's been a wild 3 years, and it's we're just so happy to be able to be back and ready to put on a great event for everyone this year.
So that has to be one of the hardest things for you, man, because your face. How many years now have you been the head of this event?
So this is the 17th annual.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, we've been doing it since 2004. Originally it was going to be the Pacific Coast Chopper Fest, and then when David had passed away in September of that year, our show was scheduled for December, and we actually decided to have a tribute show in his honor, and it was such a great event, and everybody came out for all the right reasons and honored him, which another backstory is him and his beautiful wife Jackie were married at one of my dad's motorcycle shows at the fairgrounds many years prior to that, back in the 80s. So there was, the fairgrounds has always been a special place for the Mann family, and so when he passed, and we had our show, we just decided, Jackie and the family and we all decided to make it the David Mann Chopper Fest and have everybody come out and, pay tribute to him every year. And it's been quite a ride. 17 years now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And see, this is one of my favorite parts about doing this show, because for anybody that might be new to all of this stuff and sitting on the railing and sitting there going, well, they just made it the David Mann show so they could use all his images and stuff, and like to be able to pass along that kind of depth and meaning behind it, it's awful good for us.
Yeah. I mean, it's more than that. It's so much more. It's artists and builders from around the world who were influenced and inspired by his artwork, come and pay tribute at this event. So, we're lucky to have sponsors like Harley Davidson and Russ Brown motorcycle attorneys who provide this platform for artists and builders to showcase their work that was inspired by, David's lifelong legacy of, doing stuff for, Easy Riders magazine, Centerfold for all those years. And it's neat to be able to hand the torch over to some of these artists to now kind of pave the way and give them this platform to be seen and heard. And, I love it. I think it's great. And, we want to do more of it.
I think that I like what you're saying there too. So you guys understand it really is that. It really is that, it becomes a platform and a stage for people that are breaking, the latest motorcycle designs. Some of the newest artists that you'll see on the scene have come through this event, and really cut their teeth with it. For me personally, dude, like one of my most significant impressions from motorcycle life ever came from one of your shows. And it wasn't because, I was there doing art stuff and that was incredible, but it was the one year that it was me, Darren McKeag, Richie Pan, George the Painter, Kayla Coney, Seth the Painter was there. And it was like just that 1 minute that, so much of our generation and the art that we were doing and the things that we were doing all together came to that. It was the perfect storm, and there we were, all of us at one time painting on one of Richie Pan's canvases, a piece that he had started. And, we all got in on it, man. We were all like 6 of us at one time with a brush working on one of Richie's canvases. And that was something I'll never forget. Happened right there at Chopper Fest.
Yeah, that's right. That was a magical moment. I remember that. Yeah. And, I hope you can make it back out one of these years. I know you've got a lot on your plate with, the magazine and ShopTalk and the show, but hopefully we can have you out one year and you can do some more of your artwork for.
Yeah. Like we really need to do that, because I have not had the pleasure of attending a Chopper Fest and I'm dying to. What are you laughing at?
Because I'm waiting for you to throw me under the bus again. This is going to be another. This is going to be another thing that it's my fault that you didn't get to do.
It is.
Well,
well, duh.
I got some I want to put in that list. I think the cool thing about this is like it just goes to show how much David Mann meant, not only in art but in the motorcycling industry. How well he influenced so many people and brought two cultures together. I mean, between art, music, and motorcycles, I mean, they're three peas in a pod, you know, like they go together really well. Just amazing what he did.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it in his artwork, you know, the way he captured just like the scenes, like the lifestyle. You know, does it make you wonder, like, does art imitate life or does life imitate art? You know, it was just so small.
Right, absolutely. And now, you know, I mean, look at even today, you know, the motorcycles now, like to your comment about does art imitate life or life imitate art, motorcycles are being built out of those paintings. Yeah. Motorcycles that never were before are now being created to recapture the essence that he pulled out of those paintings. You know, that's far out.
Yeah, they're just so stylish, you know. Who wouldn't want to ride one of those bikes?
So, Tori, you didn't just in 2004 say, like, we're gonna do this chopper show. Your dad has a long and storied history on the West Coast, and he's celebrating 50 years this year.
Yeah, we definitely have to talk about that.
So you were kind of born into it.
Yeah, I've been around motorcycles my whole life. I would do the Indian runs strapped in a kidney belt on his chest, you know, on 2-hour rides to the shows, falling asleep. And I've been around bikes my whole life, and I worked at the shop for many, many years, everything from sorting nuts and bolts to, you know, working on bikes in the back and being a counterman guy. And it's been such an honor, like, you know, working with my dad. You know, not too many people can say that they've worked with their dad for, you know, all these years. And for us to, you know, to continue to put on events together, you know, even though I don't work down at the shop anymore, but we still put on events together. It's, you know, it's so great. You know, I love getting to spend that time with him. I'm so proud of him for, you know, servicing the motorcycle community, especially the antique and, you know, American motorcycle community for all these years. 50 years he's been in business this year, and we're going to celebrate and honor that at the Chopper Fest as well. So, you know, hopefully all of his, you know, current and past employees that he's had throughout the years can all come out and celebrate that day for him. And it's going to be quite a moment. But yeah, he's got a lot of stories. He's been on that movie, I believe it was called We All Ride, which is a great documentary.
Oh, Why We Ride.
Why We Ride. And I mean, he's done everything from work with, you know, the Indian factory on designing some of the new Indians body styles and stuff, to staying, you know, true to the original, like, kind of styling, you know, not switching over to what Royal Enfield has done, as you guys
well, and that style that you're talking about is that Art Deco kind of deal that they became so synonymous for in their development. And that's the one thing I will absolutely say about New Indian. They definitely keyed on that hard.
Yeah. So I'm just so proud of him. He's done so much. And, you know, to be in business for 50 years shows that you have a real passion for it. Absolutely. And that you are, you know, that you truly want to, you know, help people, because, you know, to stay in business, you know, you have to have customers, and he's just been so helpful and so willing to share his knowledge about motorcycles to so many different people. You know, it's what he loves to do, you know.
One, I love that in pre-show we were talking about this a little bit too, and you stopped and said, you know, 50 years, I'm so proud of him. that he got to do what he loves for 50 years, and that's really an uncommon accomplishment in today's world. Things come and go so fast anymore.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he survived, and it's a wild industry because the antique motorcycle community has changed so much. It used to be like a lot more people rode the antique bikes, and now they've been kind of bought up by collectors, and there's not as much riding of those. We used to do antique motorcycle shows, but people stopped bringing out antique bikes because the museums, they're just all at museums and stuff now. It's you don't see them as often on the road, but started out repairing and working on those, and his love for those, and then it's just it's progressed into all the other types of bikes that he loves. So it's
that's one of the great things about Chopper Fest too. Like in spite of its name, right in this picture you can see the diversity of style, and that so many different kinds of bikes show up. And of course it's absolutely heavy in choppers, but the antique influence is definitely there every year.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have over 20 classes in the show, everything from the antique class and a chopper class to now we have Dyna and bagger classes. And this year, thanks to our sponsors, Harley and Russ Brown again, we're able to hand out $5,000 in cash to the best of show and best of classes. So we'll get a lot of really great bikes, and I mean, we were getting great bikes before the cash prizes. People just love to come out and show off their builds and like pay tribute to David Mann, and but the cash helps.
Absolutely.
We have builders coming from all over the world this year. We have Masa from Revolt Custom Cycles in Japan bringing out a shovel head. Rick Bray, King of Sturgis 2022.
Don't blow his head up anymore.
Yeah.
He's trying to self-proclaim himself the Chopper King right now, and we're fighting that back with.
Oh, he is not.
Yeah. Dude, wait till you hear the stuff from the High Seas Rally that we recorded there, because he literally at one point he comes out and goes, "Yeah, Paul Yaffe used to be the up there at the Chopper King level." He said, "But
Chopper Friends Throwdown, it's on. Oh my gosh."
No, listen, Rick is a longtime friend of the family. Like, I won't even say the show or the magazine. Like,
great
Rick's
guy.
one
he's
of our
family.
brothers.
Yeah, I've known Rick since my Exile days when I was with Russell down at Exile, and we used to go out and do all the bike shows, and we got together and met up at, I think it was one of the Bakersfield Thunder Run shows or something, and we just had a great time, and we've been friends ever since. So he's great dude.
So I would be interested. I have to go back to this one picture.
Okay.
I'd be interested to hear when this motorcycle pulled in, because this was absolutely, it was brilliant that somebody did this, that somebody actually recreated a bike from one of the old Revel models. Because, dude, when I was a kid, we all had these models. And I mean, I'll prove it by telling you that it was exactly, I think, 11 pennies that you had to stack up under the kickstand to get them to stay up. But I would love to hear what your dad thought when this motorcycle pulled in, because what a lot of us realized today was the reason why that bike had such a pitch was because none of us were able to do a lot of the shit that we do today with frame geometry and everything else. And I was curious when I first saw that. I was like, man, I wonder what Big Dave would think about that motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, I think he probably thought, like, there's no way in hell I'm going to get on that thing. But and it's that is the quintessential art, motorcycle as art. It's not, you're not going to be flying down the road on that thing, but how cool does that look? And to have especially the toy model box with it,
and they killed it.
Well, if you were flying down the road and the kickstand would come up, smack you in the back of the head.
Yeah, it would.
Well, look, this is what I love. If you can see behind the front wheel,
A 6x6.
Now, see, this was a perfect opportunity. The dude could have taken it the next step and had 11 giant pennies machined and put them under the kickstand, and then every old dude that had that model in the 70s would have been like, "Bro,
you hit it. Yeah.
You're my hero."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
What a cool bike, though. You know what I mean?
It
like
was.
you said, like it brings you back to your childhood seeing that thing.
Anthony Robinson said that was an amazing build. So.
Oh yeah.
And we're
I
for
think,
sure
I
not.
think-
We're not
I
taking
can't
anything.
remember.
Away from
I can't remember, but I believe it was like Johnny Branch's build, or I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Dude,
but,
nothing harder than trying to replicate.
very
something.
very well done, and it got a lot of attention at the show. It was.
It did for the whole year.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was talking about that bike. Right on, man. Well, listen, where can everybody go to find out more information? Your complete schedule, your list of artists. You always put everything online.
Yeah. Well, I will just mention this year. We do have over 50 participating artists in the show this year, and including Ira Cosmos from the Ukraine, who painted that 1976 panel van tribute of David Mann's Surfer Girl. Do you guys ever seen that? So she's going to be back this year with some tribute art and some original art as well. And then we have Falu from Argentina, who's designing and creating the trophies for the bike show this year. So those will all be, all the first place trophies will be hand done by Falu and that's the poster that you just pulled up right there. That's done by Falu. So amazing artist from Argentina. He's doing all of our first place trophies for the show this year as well. And if you guys want to check out more information about the show, you can go to chopperfestival.com. We're also online, all of our socials at Chopper Fest on Instagram and Facebook. And
what's going on with me here? I'm lost. There we go. Jesus, Chris.
Wow.
Like I said, take a couple weeks off and everything goes to shit.
That's what happens when you spend a week down in the Caribbean.
Right?
See?
Thanks, Tori. I appreciate you.
And I was just getting like, I
You weren't getting off
so
the. You
highly
really
of him.
thought you were going to get off this show. Come on now.
I love you, Chris, but I know what happens. I just came back from Maui. I can't complain either. So.
Did you take your wife to Maui with you?
Yeah, we went for fall break for my daughter's fall break.
He took his wife to Maui with him, Chris. I'm just saying.
Do you guys own a business together?
We do.
They do.
There
actually.
you go. See?
Yeah.
They own a business together, and they went to Maui together.
Yeah.
I went to Etna for the weekend.
You went
Tori-
to Etna?
Hey, how about this, guys? You guys could take a beautiful vacation to Ventura, California for December 10th and 11th.
I actually was looking at flights today. They're not bad. We have to be able to pre-record a shop talk.
And listen, that's the thing. This year maybe we can't do the full trip like we normally do, but maybe we could buzz in and out. I know we always have someone there to cover it for sure, because like I said, I think it's too important of a show.
Especially this year after a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah. This is gonna be a big year.
People are gonna be so excited to come back. Like I said, 3 years. 1 year was hard enough, but to have that missing from your culture for 3 years, like Anthony Robinson, like. He says it's his favorite show. I'm sure he's just chomping at the bit, along with all his.
Yeah. Speaking of Anthony, I mean, he spent the last 2 years, I think, during COVID, building this beautiful Triumph Monarch bike.
I know.
It was just unreal.
I can't wait to put that in our pages.
It's ridiculous. So,
it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
That bike's going to get a ton of attention at the show, and he's been out at all the shows all summer.
And he's just a good human too.
He's amazing.
Well, plus if we make plans to run into Anthony, we finally get our damn coffee.
Chris, you're the paper boy. I want my $2.
I'm just saying. Look, I left an envelope on the porch. God damn it.
Oh gosh.
All right, well listen, dude. Love the show, but honestly, seriously, the foundation that's behind it. The shop, your old man, the work that you guys have been doing.
And one of the
forever.
things that you said that really sticks with me is that he survived. Like your dad survived 50 years, You know, that says a ton about him, not only as a businessman, but as a person. To survive 50 years in this industry, kudos to him, man.
joke.
We need to get, actually, we should see
Yeah.
if your dad will come on the show.
Yeah, get him on. Yeah,
Him,
right.
and you know, I bet it would be good to have him and Rodney. Rodney is celebrating 52 years. Rodney Cycle House, who we did the little shop hop on.
Yeah.
We should have the two of them on to talk about 50 years in the motorcycle business.
Oh, you know why especially? Like it's one thing to play a little video from stopping by Rodney's place, but like to really reinforce the fact how many times guys like him and your dad have had to reinvent themselves, reinvigorate themselves. You know, because motorcycling, and I say this 100 times, motorcycling was only super profitable for like 2 minutes. And if you were one of the 5 people that took advantage of that, good for you. But for the rest of everybody involved in this for decades, you just do this shit because you love it. Yeah. How many times you think your old man looked at closing the doors, to hell with this, I'm going to go get a job spinning wrenches or something, you know?
Yeah, no, it's always been a passion project for him. You know, I think he thinks he's retired and this is just his hobby at this point.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I'm just so proud of him. 50 years, it's amazing. We can't wait to celebrate it at the Chopper Fest this year. We also are just so grateful to keep the spirit of David Mann alive. He's meant so much to so many, and you know, it's our job just to keep his spirit, you know, going. And I can't wait to see what all the artists bring out this year and the builders. You know, it's going to be a great time. So hope you guys can make it out. We'd love to see you.
Well,
Let us know what we can do for you to get you out here.
Let's
We're
see what
gonna
Heather
try.
dials up.
We're gonna
We
try.
we got nothing until March, so we should be good. We just got a couple bikes
February.
to build.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, no big deal.
Just a couple motorcycles.
Just a couple bikes to build.
All right, man. Well, listen, thanks for taking some time and coming on with us, and
Anytime,
good
you guys.
luck with the show.
Thank you again for the opportunity, and congrats on your guys' show. And we'll hopefully see you in a few weeks.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Tori.
All right, hey man, you're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Network, and we're rolling along. Lots of show left. We're going to take a quick break, check out a cool new product, and on the other side, we're going to do some more events. Me and Mark are going to gang up on Heather and tease her until she cries. No, I'm just saying that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I'm just saying that because your mom is watching.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Hey, her mom stuck up for you.
All right, listen.
My mother stuck up for Chris.
Yeah,
Mom, are
she
you
said
drinking?
the rest of your life?
Oh, no. He's
no.
going to pay for it for
Yeah.
the rest of his life.
Yeah, she's sticking up for him. She's letting him know he's going to be around the rest of her life. So
don't go anywhere. Shop Talk continues right after this.
Hey, this is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine, and this is your product spotlight.
The product spotlight is brought to you by Drag Specialties, the world's largest distributor of aftermarket accessories.
Today's product spotlight is on the Tinworks weld-on hourglass style builder neck. Now, if you're in the shop this winter like we are, actually with 2 frame projects, you're going to need to start with some good quality products. This is for us going to be a really neat change because the hourglass shape in this. Also, they have machined these to have the bearing races built right in them. It's going to be a great start for our project. Available at Tinworks for $100 retail, made from 1020 high quality US steel, 7 inches long, and accepts the standard 1-inch style Harley neck stem. Go and check them out today at Tinworks. Tell them the guys over at Grease and Gears Garage sent you.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm with Banks Brothers Motorcycles. One of the things I want to show you today is our new improved engine puller.
The changes to this machine has been in the arms and in the hands. We put hind joints in the hand to allow rotation of the engine, which makes it easier to get it in and out of the frame. With the angle change, we have equal clamping pressure on them. And over here we have what's called the posi lock, which allows this to be locked in place and the engine can't swing from side to side.
And we're going to show you just how easy it is to pull the motor out of the bike right now. George is actually going to come in, make contact with the cylinders, tighten it down, he's going to pull it out of there.
You lift it up, rotate it, and bring the assembly out of the frame. You see the motor starting to move. and it centers itself. This allows no side play once the motor's in place, and it keeps it safe. It can't fall out.
Visit BanksBrothersMotorcycles.com to order your Banks lift.
Bikers Info USA, the first bikers app by bikers, for bikers, and it's free. National and state events, Sturgis and Daytona, Bikers Info USA. Every motorcycle manufacturer dealer listed. Biker products for you and your bike. Bikers Info USA. Find the places to go, places to party, places to stay at every event. Bikers Info USA. Download it now. It's free. Bikers Info USA.
What was the name of that last commercial? I'm just saying they're very excited. Bikers Info USA.
Just letting you know.
Anthony, they got the coffee, right?
Would you leave Anthony alone?
He said it's in the mail.
Leave him alone.
Checks in the mail.
Mm-hmm. Leave Anthony
right,
alone.
welcome.
Anthony, I got your back.
Welcome back. Anyone else, right? This is how we're becoming Punch and Judy.
Right.
And I'm not sure I'm Judy.
Well.
Anyway, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Shop Talk rolling on into the later half of the show, and lots to go here still. Bikers Info USA is actually our event sponsor. Every week we do events, and we're asking you to get involved. In case you haven't noticed throughout the show, you have an opportunity to be more than just an observer by putting your comments in over here, wherever you're watching Shop Talk from. You can put your comments in, and we'll try to interact with them throughout the show, like Radar telling Heather that he met Mom at the smokeout.
Yep.
David Crum loves the Banks brothers. What?
Radar.
Major Award.
That's a major award. Radar, that's one of Chris's favorite movies. And
all time.
Just so you know, he will watch Christmas movies year round if I let him. However, on Thanksgiving night, we will have a Christmas movie marathon.
I'm on a moratorium.
The
until
deal is you
Thanksgiving
can't
night.
watch Christmas movies until after
It's
Thanksgiving
total bullshit.
dinner.
It's total bullshit. But anyway,
You
I'm
have
also,
to give each holiday its own respect. Stop it.
I'm putting out a public service
You
message
have a
here.
mute button, you know.
Hello.
And look, just like that.
And just like
No, but seriously,
sign
if you
language.
have a motorcycle event out there, you can have your event put out here before 100,000 of your closest friends each week, simply by sending it into the show at CycleSourceMaine@Comcast.net. Heather will get it hooked up, and when we go to the events pages, Heather will read your event. The Shop Talk events calendar is brought to you by the Bikers Info app, the Everything Bikers app, all in one place, everything you need, and it's free. Are you ready?
Maybe.
Are you ready for
For
events?
all two events.
Ready for that?
The first event, Chopper Fest, David Mann Chopper Fest, Ventura County Fairgrounds, December 11th, 2022, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Who knows? You may or may not see Chris and I there. Cycle Showcase. Big Randy is getting ready for another epic show in St. Louis, February 11th and 12th.
No, you're putting a lot of pressure on Randy.
It's Randy.
Another
you really
epic
think
show.
Randy lives for pressure.
I was going to say, wait a minute. It's Randy. Did you see what Randy did with a bingo hall in less than 12 hours?
Yep.
Come on now.
While bingo was going on.
While bingo was going on.
Literally.
Like, he never disappoints. He's got some really great stuff scheduled for this year.
Does.
We had a good call with him. Don't let the cat out of the bag.
But we're actually going to have him on in a couple weeks, right?
The 27th he is on. Yes.
He's going to come on and talk about everything for this year, and it's so dope.
We'll be there for sure. Definitely an event to go see.
TJ's from St. Louis. Well, TJ, you should come to Cycle Showcase. It's a good show. It's a really good show. There's puppies and ice cream. Just saying. Oh, and motorcycles too.
Yeah, well, the motorcycles.
You have juice pouches and Rocky?
Lost me. Get out the vote. The important vote. We want to know all the good stuff for 2022. Go to cyclesource.com. There's a link there. I'll throw it up here again as well. Let your voices be heard. Give the nod to those in the motorcycle industry that deserve it.
Let's just go through this for a second. So
we should actually, since the voting thing's over, we should actually have people that are together in that. No, I meant like for government stuff.
Oh yeah,
we should have them
stuff.
like post horrible ads about each other. That'd be great.
Oh, like everybody from the best ofs.
Yep. That'd be fantastic.
Now, see, this is why you're not in charge of programming right here. It's
What do you mean? That would draw
It's
people
also
in?
why we can't have nice stuff. So everything from our best bikes of the year, best pinup of the year, but then the important stuff, man of the year. Now, here's the thing. Everybody loves a certain person more than another person in the motorcycle industry, but I want you guys to think about who really made significant contributions in this year of motorcycling when you're making these votes. Woman of the year, sportsman of the year or sports person, manufactured bike of the year, builder of the year.
So I have to throw this out there because when we set out to get nominations, people send us their nominations and all that stuff. And I want to thank everybody that nominated Chris for Man of the Year. We declined those nominations on purpose.
Who would pick him anyway?
A lot of people sent in that nomination. They mustn't
They're
really
just
know him.
trying to get a bike in the magazine.
It's because I put $1 in every magazine the month before. That's my jam. I'm that guy.
Oh.
No, but seriously.
No, you don't, because you don't have $1. Nice try.
None of us, and generally none of our events or contributions either, unless it's something significant, like bringing smoke up.
Right.
Shameless plug.
That's a big one.
Smoke Out totally did not suck. I'm
No.
just going to say that. Smoke Out did not suck.
And if you don't go next year, you're an idiot, because it was fun.
We're just waiting for a few more tweaks on the artwork. I cannot wait to put it out there.
Wait till you guys
Mark,
see.
we'll show you. We can show Mark.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
But Mark, you can't show anyone else.
I'm going to sneak it out there.
So yeah, lots of stuff going on with the vote. Do your part, get involved with that. We have
Radar's the mayor of a town.
Oh boy.
Saxapaha.
Saxa-what-a?
Saxapaha. Am I saying that right? North Carolina.
Congratulations, Radar.
We're going there starting some shit because we know the mayor.
Right.
Oh.
Never should have told us that.
Wow.
Never.
I'm getting shit mailed.
Guess where
there.
Smokeout's going?
No, listen, I don't know about Smokeout, but I bet you there's going to be a hell of a pre-party in Saxapaha.
buddy.
Oh, right on, man. So listen, appreciate you guys being patient with us while we get back up to speed with this. We'll be back to our regular every Sunday 9 o'clock.
We've got some good shows coming up. We've got Long John.
He said I said it right. I said Saxapaha right.
You can't say.
He said I said it right. He said I said.
Wow.
You said I said.
He said.
That's
you said.
amazing.
It's all
So
about the
we've
he
got
said, she
Long
said
John
bullshit.
coming up for. He's based out of Arizona. If you don't know Long John,
Shame on you.
Yeah,
shame on you.
right.
You're going to get to know him. We are going to be doing a small business shop here thing like we did last year. I don't know what to call it. What did we call it?
Shop Talk.
No.
Yeah. Now you're putting a lot of pressure on me.
Whatever.
Oh, boy.
You're very high pressure
Today. Or every day.
with her little Wonder Woman voodoo doll.
Hey,
Check her out.
you got me the Wonder Woman voodoo doll.
All right, man. Well, listen, until next week when we all get back together again for more Shop Talk, please be kind to each other. Don't let all this election bullshit get in the way of us remembering to take care of community. The world is a better place when you think about the people right around you. I've been thinking about Mark and missing him dearly while we've been gone these few weeks.
And
Okay, that's a little
lying
creepy.
right to everybody's face
Right?
live on the show.
Lying is a
seriously,
sin,
You know,
Christopher. Lying is a
so
sin.
two things. First up, did we ever figure out if hamsters float?
No, thankfully we didn't.
Okay, because
but
that
I'll
was
tell
a-
you, listen, seriously, one of the coolest things that happened on that ship was Dave Pirowitz and Keith Terry sat down with me, and we did an episode of Greasing Gears Garage called What's a Hamster? And they told the history of the hamsters, some old hamster stories, what it takes to be a hamster. All of that stuff that we did was all recorded, and we're putting it together to launch.
Mark, did you notice how he had to mention how he was on the ship again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Well, you
Yeah.
know,
And Heather,
Yes.
the Texas stuff was awesome. I gotta send one out to you. And your sister is a machine.
Oh my gosh!
right?
And real quick, Camel came down.
He had said
he absolutely killed it
Yeah.
and knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
And I have to do this. I have to pull up the name of this company. So unfortunately, and I am going to use a bad word, Ass Hat, decided that they needed our prize bags more than the winners of the show, and helped themselves to about 20 prize bags filled with product and hats and swag and all of that stuff. Thank you to Progressive Insurance and Russ Brown and all those people that stepped up to replace all of that stuff. But out of the blue, Robbers and Bobbers, I think was the name of the company. I'm sorry, forgive me. I want to make sure I say it right. They sent a message and offered to send a prize to every bike show winner.
Oh, seriously?
If I sent them their name and address. I was able to come up with prizes for everybody.
Wow.
But they sent an email on Instagram saying, hey, we want to help. We heard what happened. So I'm going to post a link to them.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
If you guys can
we should
thank
get them on the show. That's killer.
That I was so humbled just to make that offer, and I didn't want to take advantage of their kindness.
Wait a minute.
What?
Mailman said, was it our buddy who stole the banners from Smokeout?
Probably.
I'm fairly sure it wasn't, but just so you
Just
know,
in case.
I hope you're watching the show right now and know that we know exactly who you are.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that stole the banners from Smokeout. We had you on the police camera stealing the banner, and we all know that it's you now. And we're not telling you that we know. We're all talking about what an asshole you are behind your back.
And always were, and you know it as well as everybody else. Weird enough, though, what's his name? Darren's hat from SEMA was stolen the same week.
Really?
His helmet, yes.
Yeah, his helmet was stolen from SEMA.
So I'm going to post a link to their Instagram. It's Robbers Bobbers. He twists metal and makes bike parts. Like I said, he out of the blue came out and offered to send prizes to everybody, and it was such a generous and kind offer.
Yeah.
If you're in the market for anything like that, please tell him that CycleSource sent you. It was just awesome.
So listen, if you're digging the kind of programming we're doing here, not only can you come back here every Sunday to get your fill and participate and be part of it, we have a killer YouTube channel. We're starting to push more of our stuff strictly to YouTube. You can check it out over at CycleSource, search CycleSource or Source Media, either one. Tons of stuff on tech, stuff from ShopTalk, feature bikes, everything that we do basically. You can check out on YouTube, and like I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to start only broadcasting through the two channels, Facebook and YouTube from CycleSource. We'll still be sharing it to all of the rest of the channels just for the purpose of the algorithm. We want to keep the stream as strong as we can, so pass that information along.
Stop letting social media change your life.
Right? Dude, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Go do something with your motorcycle.
Yeah, we're getting in the shop, so there's going to be tons of stuff coming out.
I can't wait to
Greasy
take
Gear's
something
garage.
apart.
Yep. Until next week, you got anything more over there?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
So until next week,
I don't
when
know,
we
but the
come back,
whole time that we're doing this, Troy's eating pizza, and it's making me hungry.
Who's eating
Tory.
pizza? Oh,
Yeah, Tori, that's what I say, Troy.
Tory's eating pizza.
Yeah, it's making me hungry.
So until next week, when we come back with more of this content, same chopper time.
same chopper channel.
Now I want pizza, Felicia.
We almost went off the rails. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their continued support, and we hope you pay them a visit when you're in the market for great motorcycle parts, products, and events. S&S Cycles, Makuni American, Baco Parts, The Broken Spoke Saloon, Twisted Tea, The Iron Horse Saloon, High Seas Rally, Twisted Choppers, Twin Power, Drag Specialties, Geico, Law Tigers, Tech Cycle, Fueling Parts, Lone Star Rally, Hijinks Apparel, Progressive Insurance, Spectral Oil, No School Choppers,